Hello, it's almost 9:30 on October 9th. Welcome to the weather update. And a sunny to partly sunny day across the area, depending on where you were. Some areas had more clouds than others. You can see on the satellite loop, we had some sunshine in the morning, and then the clouds kind of built in as we got toward the afternoon. Looking at the MODIS satellite again, this was taken this morning. You could see fairly clear skies in the morning, but then as we got toward the afternoon, you could see the clouds popping up in the afternoon here. So, similar to yesterday. Though I think there was a little bit more cloud cover in the afternoon, perhaps, or yeah, maybe about the same. Again, this all has to do with the upper level low that is still is it right here, south of Hudson Bay. That's kind of sitting there right now, showing you what the sky looks like today. You'll see here. Again, these are the clouds that we had today in the afternoon. Again, stratocumulus, so the sun was, partly sunny conditions from much of the afternoon. And you can see this is Southern's Lake in Babylon again, which I was. Beautiful. We had like I said, pretty very fall-like looking sky. You'll notice just a little bit of fall color here. A little bit starting in. Yep, there it is. You see it right there. It's just starting in, but we're starting to see, I think, in a week from now, we're going to start to see these colors along the water really pop, hopefully. And again, and then we had some pretty stormy-looking skies here. A little in the evening there. You can see these interesting-looking, stormy-looking clouds here that we had. But no rain fell. Not here. There were maybe some sprinkles inland, well, upstate and north and west of our area. But other than that, not much to speak of. So let's go to the weather and hazards map. You can see the freeze and the frost warnings, and there's even one frost warning up for the interior of New England. However, some areas got pretty chilly this morning. We'll go over our highs and lows right now. Our current conditions outside got temperatures generally in the 50s, mid 50s, 52 at Islip Airport in Ronkonkoma. West Hampton's at 50, so I guess we got enough of a wind, and the cloud cover is probably keeping the temperatures up from radiating. But some areas did get pretty chilly this morning. And we'll go into that in a moment. I'll show you what the day was like at Islip. And you see at west-southwest winds for much of the day. So you see here, actually there was some south-southwest winds for a little bit also. Surprisingly enough, it was west-southwest, which is unusual direction considering the air mass. But you can see in breezy conditions during the day, generally speaking. And you can see it was showing clear skies actually at Islip for at least a little bit. But as it got through the afternoon, the clouds did wind up developing. So let's go take a look at what our highs and lows were for the day. And highs generally only struggling in the mid-60s, very much like yesterday. And in New Jersey, also just mid-60s, generally speaking, for your highs, low to mid-60s. Only 63 seems to be the number that a lot of sites got up to, which is definitely below normal. Our lows, pretty chilly in spots. West Hampton got down to the 30s, 36 degrees at West Hampton. Everybody else saw mid-40s, and except, of course, the city, which was a low around 50, which probably was my alley. And then look at that, a lot of 30s in Jersey as well, and the Pine Barrens there, you can see mid-30s. Even Toms River itself in the downtown got down to 39 degrees. So, yeah, pretty chilly morning for sure. We'll go over our climate statistics for today. So for Islip, the high was 62, normal high 67, 5 degrees below normal on the high, the low 44. That was 6 degrees below normal, so that puts us 5 degrees below normal for the day. At Central Park, high was 60, only 60. That's 7 degrees below normal and 5 degrees below normal for the day. So, yeah, pretty chilly. And we can look at one more site here. We'll see how New Jersey was. He was 64 at Newark. Still 5 degrees below normal there as well. So, yeah, definitely below normal temperatures today. As we're dealing with some cooler, nice, cool fall-like weather, which will hopefully get the leaves to change, hopefully. So, obviously, you see this feature here, this low here, and west of the continent. Look at this, all this clear sky over here around this low here. that's wrapping around. You can see all throughout. There's a lot of places enjoying sunshine, including Canada. And looks like we're seeing some. I wonder now that we have such clear skies that we can actually see the scars from the fires, perhaps, that burned in these areas, or not. I don't know. We might be able to. I don't know. But you can see there's not much smoke up here, which is good news. So the fires look like there's one over here. But most of them seem to have calmed down for the most part. So we just have mostly clear, sunny skies in this area right here. Wish we were in this really nice clear air here, but we got this low here that's kind of... It is warmer here, though. Keep that in mind. We have warmer temperatures in this particular area here. If we pull this out and we go to our high temperatures, and we'll just show you the whole country here. Show you the cool air mass, but as we head toward the west, let's see. Still cool air, still 50s there. So they still have the cool air there. But as you get into Canada, into those west, you can see it gets a little warmer over here. So you can see sort of where that ridge is. But no, cool conditions throughout. And you can see where that blue is. That's where they're having some really cold air. And get that, they've had lows below freezing in Wisconsin. So yeah, that's some pretty chilly air that we have. So let's go look at the models, and we'll take a look and show you what's this week. So this week looks fair and cool. You see that low is kind of just sitting there. And that keeps us in the cool air for the most part. And we stay dry Thursday, Friday, probably still staying dry, but this is going to be the problem for the weekend. You see it over the Great Lakes right there. We're looking at the GFS, and you can see we would have another soaker for Saturday and possibly lingering into Sunday as well before another high would eventually build in, though. We'd have to watch. Look at that. It's trying to form another low right there and perhaps bring us some more rain. So yeah, I know this is the last thing we need is more rain. But the models seem to agree on this system coming through. So let's go look at the European now, and see. I don't think the European, the 18Z is. I have to look at the 12Z. This is the European and see if there's any differences here. European is actually more robust with the storm, and of course, no surprise. And look what the European does. It cuts it off, and then it lingers it into Monday, even. So we're dealing with rain chances through a good part of next week. Again, this just sits here, and you may wonder, why is it doing this? Well, let's go look at the jet stream here, and we'll show you why it's doing it. All right, so as we go into the weekend, you'll see what happens. The jet stream kind of... You can see there's a storm right there, but it kind of gets stuck. I don't know why it does, because there is a jet stream there, and it should move it along. But for whatever reason, it gets it stuck. That's the European. But we all know the European hasn't had a good track record. So looking at the jet stream here, this storm should not be... it should just move through. You don't see a sharp trough here that would cause that storm to be slow. So that's why I don't agree with the European on this. At all. So go back to this, and so either way, let's take a closer look at our area, and we'll start with the GFS. I'm not even going to show you the HRRR because I don't think there's really a reason to. We can maybe show you an old run because I don't think the newer run has come in yet, but we'll look at our dew points and wind flow here. West winds. Winds become a little more southerly tomorrow, maybe a little bit more of a southerly, so it might make it a little bit warmer, and here we are Wednesday. And then the winds go back to the west here. Almost looks like a reinforcing shot of dry air comes in. Thursday, we're still in the dry air. And then we see that northerly flow start, another northerly flow. Friday could be quite chilly. And then here's our storm here. You can see it right there, a difference along this front right here that would move through for the weekend there. All right. And then it would move out, and we would be done with it. So it wouldn't linger too much. Temperatures. So I'll show you the temperatures as we go into tomorrow. You'll see that temperatures will get a little warmer tomorrow. I think it's upper 60s. Upper 60s is a better bet for tomorrow. And then Wednesday, upper 60s to around 70. So close to normal temperatures will return tomorrow and Wednesday. And then Thursday as well. But then we have this other little frontal feature come in, and then we're back and below normal on Friday. You can see where this warm front is. You can see it if we take a look at the eastern U.S. You can sort of see where your storm is and where the warmth is from that storm as we're going through. And you can sort of see as we move this along into Saturday that the storm rides along this frontier. And so there's plenty of warm, moist air that's going to get pushed into our area from that and bring us more rain. And again, this is also very humid air. So if we look at the humidity here, you'll see there's plenty of humidity here as this humid air gets forced up over the colder air at the surface. That's what's going to create your rains from this storm system here. That's going to kind of, I don't know, it's the weekend. It sucks. It's been like this all the time. We keep getting these annoying storms that just keep happening. You don't have like a simple front that passes through an afternoon shower and then it's done with. No, we never get that. It's always a big ordeal. The other thing we can also look at here is this. All right, to show you the moisture the storm has to work with. And you see, look at those dark greens that are over us Saturday morning there. And then Sunday, it seems like it gets a little bit better. All right, so let's go back in our area. We'll take a look and see what the GFS is showing for total rainfall here. This is going to go look at again next week. And you can see GFS is not really as crazy as it was on the rainfall. Only with the 12Z run. It's a little bit more, but if we go to the European model, the European model is the one that goes nuts at the rainfall, soaks us with another 2+ inches of rain. Hopefully that European is wrong, but we'll have to see as we follow through with things here. The icon, which we can also do. This is the icon, and it barely has anything, which is very interesting. So I don't think I showed you the icon, so we'll show you the icon next. The icon doesn't even show any rain for Saturday. So the icon is much slower, much slower with the storm system, and much weaker too. So if the icon was right, which I guess that's the one we could kind of root for to be right, it would help a lot. But right now it's just too early to tell. Obviously we're going to have rain, but the question is how long will it last for? It's ridiculous. All this rain is ridiculous, and I'm worried it's going to also mess up the fall colors too. If you have too much rain, that can mess things up as well. So let's take a look at. I can look at the HRRR 0ZHRRR. We have 27 hours of the 0ZHRRR, so you can see it actually is generating a possible sprinkle overnight with a little area of disturbed weather, and it could even be a shower in that as well. It's all done by 9 o'clock mostly, and then for tomorrow, maybe it's showing again a couple of maybe stray instability systems for the late afternoon as we go in there, and that's all just because of the the instability that's in the air. So if we look at this, we'll just show you this here for a moment. We can get this to show you. You see what's going on here. There's a very steep lapse rate here. All right, so that's what you got, that instability from that cyclonic flow that we have. All right, so let's look at our temperatures for tomorrow. All right, so temperatures tonight, and you'll see tonight's going to be not as cool as last night because of the cloud cover. So I don't think we're going to get. I think I'll have upper 40s to low 50s. And then going into tomorrow, you'll see it goes back into the 60s again. All right, and so let's go look at our skies, and we'll go to the art. I'll start with the RGM, and then we can look at some of the others. All right. So as far as the clouds go, we'll have the clouds of those possible sprinkles or showers in the morning. Then we should have the sun come out in the afternoon, but then some more clouds can come in later in the afternoon again. Wednesday looks like a much more stable day, and we should have less in the way of cloud cover, I'm thinking. So we should have, actually, that should be our sunniest day, will be Wednesday. But you'll have to watch, again, there's a little bit of cirrus here that tries to come in here and then brushes by. And then we may be dealing with more cirrus on Thursday, perhaps with this other area of clouds. And then maybe we can push this belt of clouds to the south on Friday. It's kind of hard to tell right now at the moment what's going to happen with that far out. So GFS show you again that we'll have again those pop-up clouds in the afternoon tomorrow. Less of that on Wednesday. Here's your GFS for Thursday and Friday. It's again low resolution stuff. Not really. But just to give you an idea, then here we are dealing with the weekend. Unfortunately, the weekend is going to still be gloomy, even if it's not raining all the time. The sun won't be out at all, and we'll probably have to wait until who knows how long. You can see it keeps us in the clouds a lot even next week, which kind of really sucks. So yeah, it's ridiculous. But again, it's far out, so that far out, it's going to be hard to forecast the skies going that far. We can look at the NAM as well, cloud cover as well. So here we are in the NAM with cloud cover. You can see it's showing a lot of cloud cover to start tomorrow, and then later on it clears up, and then we'll have some more in the afternoon. So start morning clouds, sunny middle. I think Wednesday we'll have more in the way of mostly sunny skies, where both models seem to agree on that. Uh, so, uh, and I don't think the NAM is going to take us any further out as far as to take a look at that system. It does, yeah. Nothing else is going to go that far out as far as the weekend system goes. But we can look at it again on the GFS. You can see GFS even wants to have a little shower on Friday morning, and then Saturday, yep, it's going to just be raining, and then that rain lingers, and then Sunday could have some sucky drizzle around, and maybe dry it out by the afternoon. At least the GFS kind of just has one day that's going to have a decent amount of rain, and then the other day it'll just have a chance of drizzle in the morning, and then maybe getting better. But the other models, on the other hand, are completely different with that, and especially the European model, and hopefully the European model is wrong, and we don't have to deal with that, because this is the last thing we want to have to deal with is more flooding again. It's just unbelievable. We can look at the Canadian as well. Oh boy, the Canadian is also like the European, very amplified with it. And you see, here's the Canadian, blows it up. It just has it sitting there, and the rain would start. It's still slower, and it might not, and the rain might not start until Saturday night. But then you're gonna have it lingering Sunday, Monday, maybe part of Monday, before it finally gets out of here. That is the Canadian model. Look at total accumulated precip on the Canadian, very much like the Euro. It's very, very heavy. So hopefully this is not the outcome, and hopefully the GFS is certainly a lot better situation. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Have a good night.